Thursday, August 25th, 2022 to order. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Barrow, Commissioner Gallego, Chair Masters,
Councilwoman Ortega, please do this now.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Remember the for all part.
Okay, so next we have approval of the agenda, and there are only 2 commissioners present, so we do not have a quorum. So what that means is that we're unable to make any decisions, but we can certainly proceed and have discussions. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to our mayor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Council, is there a motion to approve the agenda? I'd like to make one amendment that we do item 7E above 7A.
So moved with said amendment.
We have a motion. Is there a second? Motion from Councilor Evans. Second from Councilmember Ortega. Madam Clerk, will you call roll, please?
Councilmember Evans. You're on mute. Councilmember Evans.
Yes.
Councilmember Ortega.
yes.
Councilmember Bradley.
Yes.
Councilmember Fernandez.
Yes.
Thank you, Council. Move to item 5, introductions. And we'll just go briefly around the table. Start at the end.
Mayor, thank you. Hello, I'm Ranchos de Taos Public Works and Assistant Town Manager.
No.
I'm Andrew Gonzalez, I'm the Town Manager.
Good afternoon, Brent Colorado, Taos County Manager.
Hello, everybody. Marge, Taos County Commissioner for District 4.
Buenas tardes, everybody.
Good afternoon and welcome, and I am Darlene McKee, Taos County Commissioner, District 3, and also Chair of this Commission.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out. I'm Pascal Maestas, Mayor, Town of Taos.
Hey, Darian Fernandez, Taos Town Councilor, Mayor Pro Tem.
Next, we'll move to item 6, citizens' concerns. Citizens wishing to speak shall limit their comments to 3 minutes. No action may be taken. And we have a sign-in sheet.
It's over.
No, that's the speaking. This is the attendance.
Don't worry, Mr. Paul, I'll break through.
Yeah, we got you, Mr. Hall.
First on the list, Ms. Angie Fernandez.
Are you a microphone or?
Yeah, for everyone on Zoom, you can
Okay.
take this one.
Hello, commissioners and council members, and everyone, members of the community. I'm Angie Fernandez, and taking advantage of my civic duty to share my opinion with my elected officials. I must say that I am really grateful now more than ever for I've worked with the county and the town commissioners and politics, a little dabbled here and there for quite some time. And this is the first time that I really actually feel that you all are here to work with us instead of against us. So I'm really super excited, and so yes, keep that in mind, that these are the people that we elected, these are the people who are going to help us move forward in beautiful ways. So with that being said, I just wanted to, I was hoping we would have affordable housing on the agenda again, so I'm just going to talk about a few things, affordable housing being one of them. So I'm really grateful the way you all joined forces for the recycling center and decided to appoint members through application, and I think that was a great way to solve and get some new ideas. And so I am interested in 2 meetings because then I leave to Costa Rica, so just keep that in mind, so I can help move that forward, as I have experience in recycling centers in Costa Rica. But also, I just wanted to go back to the affordable housing. How many people in the audience here today are here about affordable housing? So here we have a large group of people with solutions and ideas. And some of us, as you all are familiar, I have built naturally. And as I build naturally, some of it's experimental, but some of it I follow to code. Because sometimes there's a time for code, and then sometimes there's a time to be like, well, this makes sense. And so a lot of times the code enforcement will go onto the property, and instead of red tagging every single thing, perhaps they could act like a police officer who can kind of say, well, I'm not going to give you a ticket today, but here's an advisable way to look at things. Like, we don't have to be so harsh. So how do we create this little area for variance? But you have a room full of people who are ready to give solutions. And I know the amount of paperwork that you all have, as you have to make decisions. You have to make educated decisions for the community members. You know, finances are involved, you know, there's all kinds of. So I appreciate the time that you all spend to make these decisions for us. But I would encourage you to housing issues, and there's natural builders here, there's natural builders all over the county, not even present. And I think that if we came and joined forces and came up with solutions on what would work, and then presented that to you, we could figure out perhaps maybe where we could compromise. Because I would also like us to re-examine affordable housing, not as it is, but tiny homes, the value of tiny homes, and what they can do to get a, you know, we do community builds and whatnot, but they got people safe, you know, and low rent, and it works. So I just wanted to touch up on the affordable housing. I also wanted to mention the airport, because that will be concerning both sides, and that information is up for topic. A community and flush our water down the toilet, maybe we should make sure we have enough water for our children. And so before we look at larger pictures and expanding, thank you, and expanding our growth for tourists, let's see how we can solve our problems on water conservation and whatnot before we open ourselves up to larger guests. And then, but yes, and then I mentioned the recycling. I could make 2 meetings, that's it, all my commitment. But yes, thank you all so much for your time, and thank you for representing us, and I believe in you all. So thank you for doing what you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Angie. A few things on that. Anybody who wants to make comment regarding the airport master plan, comment period is open. Send an email to airportadvisoryboard@gov.com. So we had a really great meeting with a very interesting and innovative housing project at our last council meeting. So check it out. Next, Dustin Freighton.
I don't think I need a mic, do I?
Or Zoom.
I'm not gonna look anybody directly in the eye because I have to be intimidating. Somehow, so. Last time I talked to you guys, you know, to be honest, I felt really disrespected necessarily, but it was more like, you know, how things would kind of, to me, I took it as a middle finger, like, you know, screw y'all guys, I don't know who that lawyer is, I don't know who presented that proposal, but that's just insanity, and it's not Taos, and that's what the people say, it's not what I'm saying. There's hundreds of people that will say continuously, repetitively, it's not Taos, it's not looking out for our well-being, it's not something we can do. And that's with the existing codes as well. I've been building in this community for a long time, and I've seen people just trying to make an affordable existence for themselves, you know, because the government isn't helping. I mean, they have all these band-aid solutions, stack you in an apartment that you gotta rent, and it's predatory behavior at the end of the day. It's not a solution. You're making money off the poor, and then when the job runs out or the Section 8 runs out, they're back on the streets, you know, and things are more unaffordable than when we began. So our solution is what we're doing, and it's not everyone, because not everyone has the privilege to own it. Not everyone has the ability to build their own home, but we're working together as a community, and once again, and we're building our own homes affordably, and it's safe, and it's friendly, and it satisfies our needs. And it sucks we have to live in third world poverty conditions in our own country, but that's how it is. And you know, that's not too far from what Taos has been. We don't have $100,000. There's no way, and for us to be forced into debt, poverty, homelessness, human rights, abuse, cruel and unusual punishment, burdensome fines and fees. So there's two ways about this. You know, we can work together, and it's not far away, because just in 2013, what we're doing out there wasn't illegal. You could obtain a house permit for $10, you know, and that was fine. And we could haul our own water, and that was fine. And hauling water has a great value because it teaches you the value of that water. And you know, if people are going to move here and use water, let them haul water. We should make that the law, you know, for people to really understand how are we going to make it through to these future generations. And so I support this. Whoever supports this, raise your hand if you're like whoever supports what we presented to the county in this petition, this waiver. So you have a community consensus right here. I know y'all already voted not to take action, but we're voting to take action. Oh, one more thing. The airport? No.
Thank you, Dustin. Next, Bethany Combs.
Hi, my name is Bethany Combs, and speaking on behalf of basically a loose coalition of core groups, we work together to come up with what we think is a viable solution, or at least to start.
Come forward.
Yes.
The TV's blocking.
So, to the housing issue. So
Give her another one. Give her another one.
Try that one. It may be this TV blocking the signal because the radio's back here. So that's the best I can come up with.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is that any better?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
lovely. All right, so we have two documents we shared with you today. The first is meant to be a kind of a policy document. I know you've invested a lot of money into having experts try to solve the affordable housing issue. And then the second is an actual solution. It's an owner-builder opt-out. And we believe that we can help to solve the housing problem in this community now. This opt-out is modeled after waivers that have been seen in other counties. And what we found in looking the other counties is that a lot of times owner builders are gonna actually produce safer homes because they build above standards, as opposed to contractors that build to standards. The other thing that we've seen in counties that support alternative building techniques is that there's free marketing. Now I know that this county's invested $800,000 in marketing. Well, you know, when you look at one county in Cochise County in Arizona, there's a YouTube viral person. He's got 10,000 views about why to move to Cochise County. And I can tell you, after 15 years of marketing, viral marketing, so much more effective than any ads you can buy. Above and beyond that, we've also provided you with a policy document. There's been some concern about the policy implications of unpermitted structures. What we're proposing is not unpermitted structures. It will still be adherent with state laws, but we wanted to outline the policy impacts of these new land use rules. And so that's really what you've been provided with, that kind of long, detailed document. And now I know housing is important to this community. I read a bunch of solution documents all the way back to 1999, and I know we're spending $500,000 this year on another solution. I'm gonna say, well, if you and all of us some money and time and let you know that they're gonna find that since the last assessment done in 2020, the cost of housing has gone up. The delta between the wages and the cost of housing is greater. We have a greater degree of houselessness. Generational families are being displaced. And ultimately, the housing inventory exceeds the demand. Well, where are the solutions that have been presented in the past? I used to work for a nonprofit that provided affordable housing, and I can say it's a good solution. Vouchers are good, so is affordable housing, but it just doesn't scale very quickly. And the problem just seems to be getting worse and worse. And so we're presenting to you today a plan that's for the people and by the people. Ultimately, we feel that we're the solution. I want to cite 7 NMSA 3.18.6. It says that counties may issue building permits and inspect building construction for compliance with building codes. So my understanding is that the way that we're enforcing the land use rules is voluntary. It's the way that we've chosen to go about being adherent with state laws, and you don't have to necessarily do it this way. So this waiver is only a start. We have a lot of problems. 44% of our units are vacant. But this is a solution that's going to cost less than large-scale affordable housing projects. And I want to end with just an action to ask of this group, which is we want to work with the county planning department and legal to get this proposed waiver as a formal agenda item on a future council meeting.
Thank you, Bethany.
Thank you, Bethany. Thank you, Bethany. Next, Brady Coleman.
Excuse me.
Hi, my name is Brady Coleman. Minutes already. So I have a major hotel in Taos, and can't afford the gas money to go to her house, which is 40 miles away. It's a legal house, and she sleeps at the hotel when there's pain and all. But I've heard rumors that the commission is thinking about editing out. So I say just pull it. You guys need to focus on solutions. We don't need to add this, this. And the livable environment ordinance is not the way to go. Thanks. And the livable environment ordinance is not the way to go. Thanks. Sir.
Thank you, Brady. We've got a few more, but I just want to remind everybody that the living environment ordinance commissioners. Of course, you're welcome to speak during citizens forum. You can say anything you like about any issue. So we'll keep going down the list.
All right, if you guys tuned in, I just want to say thanks. Rain's coming in. Look at the sky. Isn't that rad? Looks like boiling water from the underside. I just came down my first student council meeting, or not student council, city council meeting. I was in student council, and it's the equivalency of it. That's how infantile it is. Yeah, they're trying to freaking criminalize people living sustainable lives here in Taos, New Mexico, and I ain't for it. So just doing my little part, going down, showing support, and doesn't take long. I think I'll go to the next meeting too. I didn't get too hot-headed. So yeah, you know, resist the tyranny. It's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day.